Welcome to another video from yours truly, DJ Serge. And today I'm going to spend a few minutes to give you a quick overview of the Denon DJ Prime 2 controller. I have been playing with it for the past few weeks, and I'm going to tell you what I think about it. Stay tuned. So let's start with the positive. Like I said, a little bit of background. I DJ a lot using Serato when I have to share the stage with other DJs. But when I'm on my own, I use Rekordbox, or sometimes I use Tractor DJ as well. But lately it's been Serato, probably like 90% of the time. I'm using the Denon MCX 8000 as my primary controller, and I'm also using the DDJ 1000 for Rekordbox. So those are pretty good controllers. Let me start with what I like about this Prime 2 controller. I like the size of it. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just right size, fits in a car. The screen is a bit annoying because it's angled and it can be retracted, so it's always in the way. So you need a special case, or you have to be extra careful when you are actually storing the controller. But the number one feature, in my opinion, is the fact that you don't need a computer to perform. It's the best feature, but it could also be the worst feature, because you do need a computer to get your music ready. You need to use Denon engine software to prepare your tracks. The second thing that I love about this is that it's so quick to get started, basically. Just pull up, put your memory card, USB key, external hard drive, and you're done. Nothing else needed. You are in business. The music can start. Perfect. Lovely. You don't have to load drivers, restart Serato, analyzing library, waiting 20 seconds to start, getting your music library ready. None of those things. It's just instant. I love it. I do love that. Now, on the hardware itself, one nice feature that I love about this one is it's got two real XLR combo jacks. I love it, because most of the other controllers I'm using have like one XLR and one RCA or jack input, but this one has two real good deal XLR connectors. That's perfect. If you use two sets of microphones like I do for most of my events, well, that's perfect. It works perfectly, right? Also, one more thing I love about it: no AC adapter needed. You just use a regular IEC cord straight to the mains. Perfect. On that front, Denon did an excellent job on this controller. I mean, it couldn't be any better. It's just really excellent. Let me just jump to my conclusion. I am not going to keep this controller, because in spite of all these nice features, it's got like one deadly thing, right, that I don't like. If you don't have the song that you need to play, when you're on a computer, you can actually get online, download the song real quick, and you have it there and you can play it. There is a way to get around this problem on the controller. They have like some sub-services available, but it's not the same. It doesn't work, because I don't want to subscribe to additional services, because I am always subscribing to some DJ pools that are not listed here, where I'm getting all my music from. So I don't need to subscribe to any of these services. And furthermore, the type of music that I play, which is mostly Afrobeat, it's not really widely available in these services. So I still have to buy all my music from either iTunes or other sources, but none of those services have my music. So if somebody requests a track that I don't have, all I have to do is apologize, and we can't have that, right? That's why we have the computer, and we are so used to computers. And customers are so used to having any music available at any time that it's very difficult to tell them that you don't have the song and you cannot play the song. I know some people are going to write in the comments that you can download, you can get the songs over here, you can get over the air, you can put it on the key. Yes, you can do all those things, but it's not as immediate as getting the song from your computer. So it does take a while, it does get some getting into. The second reason is if you mix real fast, you know, if you want to play like, let's say like 5 songs in like a minute and a half, right? Quickly songs, you know, go to straight 2 points. It's a bit slow to operate. And initially I thought that I could get around that problem. Maybe I thought that it was because maybe I wasn't really familiar with the unit and it took some time to get used to, some muscle memory and all that stuff. But no matter what I do, and I've been playing with it for like close to a month at this point, you can't DJ fast, you know, like at least not as fast as I do. Because sometimes, you know, you just play like one verse or one sentence of a song, move to another song real quick. It's a bit slow. Too many key presses that you have to do to get your songs around. So that's a problem that, you know, that this unit has. For those reasons, I am not going to buy this controller, and I'm going to stick to a regular Serato controller. Okay. But let me say, it could still be a good purchase for some people. Of course it is, because I mean it sells a lot of people have it. If you're the kind of DJ who plays music alone and when nobody asks you for requests, where you have all your songs prepared and ready, you can do it. You know, if you play like calm music, you know, you play the old songs, one of those DJs, yeah, that will work. You know, it will work. But if you play like in the club, for example, no, you know, it's just not gonna work. You know, I wouldn't recommend this. I do have the Denon MTX 8000, which has an older version of this engine software. I prefer it to this one because at least on that controller, you are able to use Serato DJ. Oh, by the way, you can use Serato DJ on the Prime 4 controller, but this is a Prime 2. And on a Prime 2, at this moment in time, which is January 2022, we don't have any way to run Serato. It does work with Virtual DJ, but you know, I don't use Virtual DJ anymore. I've used it before, not anymore. So for Serato users, it's a no-go. You know, I still like a few things about it that I would love to see incorporated in other controllers in the future. You know, I like the fact that you can update the firmware on this controller over the air, right? That is just excellent. I mean, you connect it to your Wi-Fi network at home, bing, the firmware update, no computer needed, nothing. That is just lovely, absolutely lovely. I wish other controllers had that, you know. That is one thing I like. But other than that, it's a pretty cool controller though. It's a nice little gadget. I mean, if money is no object, that's a controller that you could have and keep to play around with. But if you are a working DJ that works in a club or who does a lot of fax mixing, like I was saying, this will not work for you. So I would give it a 3.5 out of 5 rating because of the reasons I mentioned. And but it's good. It's good. I would rate it as a buy under some circumstances, but for most of the time, it's no. Do not buy. One more thing I forgot to mention. I love the way the album covers show up on the platters. I mean, it feels like an old school record, you know, it's just lovely. That is nice, you know, that is nice. And other than the new Pani Rev 7 and maybe the DDJ 1000, those are the best displays. I like those. I love those. Pretty good. thumbs up on that. So if you have any questions, post them below. I'm going to try to answer all your questions. And please subscribe, and you know, always looking for your feedback, good or bad. Please let me know. You won't hurt my feelings. My feelings have already been so hurt that it doesn't matter. You can just tell me the truth, right? Thank you for watching. See you next time.